So if everybody's here, and Sean and Mr. Mitchell, you're both here? Good. Okay. The recording's on.
So to repeat, case one,
Yep.
MI 2022-002978 for the property located at 702 South 3rd Street. The appellant was Andrew Miller Esquire. This case has been continued at Mr. Miller's request.
Okay. The board, okay with that? Amy and, Ted?
Yes.
Okay, we're all, we're fine with it. Okay.
Tom had, the city had no objection, I'm sure, right, Tom?
No objection. I actually sent an email to the board representative this afternoon.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Okay, I can hear you now. Hello?
Okay.
All right.
We hear you.
Sean Ladson.
Okay, we'll just go through the procedure we have to go through. Okay, Sean?
Okay.
And,
No problem.
okay, we'll get started on the second case. My name's Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ed August, board member.
Ryan McSherry, board counsel.
I'm Matthew
Deborah
Wojcik,
Richardson.
LNI supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Philip Motto, Boards Administration.
Thomas Rybakowski, City of Philadelphia License and Inspections.
Okay, Sean, you're gonna be testifying in this case. Could you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Tom, you're gonna be testifying in this case. Will you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Phil, could you put that into the record?
Yes, sir. This is case number
Okay.
2 on today's list. MI 2023-003-874 for the property located at 857 North 48th Street. The appellant is Sean Ladson. Mr. Ladson is present in the room.
Okay. All right, let's get started. Tom, could you tell us a little bit about this case?
So we have a property at 857 North 48th Street as being declared as unsafe following a fire that occurred at the property. The property was declared unsafe, like previously stated, on or around February 7th of 2023, with an appeal being filed June 2nd of 2023. The department is under the understanding that this is untimely in that it was past the time limits of filing this appeal. That said, I am aware that a permit has been entered into our system, and that permit was entered on June 17th, approximately a month ago, with information being asked of the permit applicant as far back as June 21st of 2023 with respect to plans and other documentation. So it is my assertion and my representation to the board that we would like a permit to be under review and in the department's hands within the next 30 days.
Okay, Sean, you want to tell your side of the case?
Yes. So pretty much the holdup for me was the insurance company. So when so the day of the fire, I reached out to maybe like a day later, once I realized who my licensed inspector was. I reached out to him and informed him the information. At which actually, so I'm sorry. Before I spoke with him directly, I spoke with somebody within the LNI department, and they just said, "Well, you should be fine." I explained to them that I was waiting for the insurance company to do their due diligence as far as to put out payments, so where I could start the process of rehabbing the property and so on and so forth. At that time, they just told me that, well, you should be fine. It normally take about 30 days before the inspector go out there anyway to review anything. So you should be fine within that time frame. However, after the 30 days had lapsed, I was still having an issue with the insurance company. It was an ongoing investigation with them. So at that time, I called and got in contact with my LNI inspector directly. He told me that I should just go down to file an appeal, which I did. Now, I do forget exactly what day that was. I went to file the appeal, but it definitely was before June. For whatever reason, my appeal papers didn't get put in until about June after I called them, and they said that they was unable to locate my information, and I then proceeded to show them my paperwork that I had a stamped paper copy of when I went to file the appeal. And at that time, they told me, well, I don't know what happened, it didn't get filed, but I'm going to make sure it's filed now. And that's how we get to where we are now.
Right. Sean, are you okay with 30 days and getting a permit to start the work?
Yes, that's fine. I have an engineer already in the works of getting that done.
Okay. Tom, you okay with that?
I am.
Question,
Okay.
he's already submitted for a permit and it's still under review, but it will get thrown out pretty quickly.
No. So the permit, the notes on the property, if you forgive me, I can go into the system, but it was rejected on the first submittal, asking for specific information. They did come back, and then there was a request for plans. That occurred on June 21st. So we're looking at some more information to be provided to the department for a permit application to be taken in. So that's my exhortation to the board today, being that this is almost a month. We're looking at 3 weeks now. So we're looking at giving the appellant an additional 30 days to get that permit into the department and under review. I'm not looking for it to be issued within 30 days. I'm just looking for one to be under review. Now, if that permit is canceled or abandoned for failure to provide the information or anything of that nature, then yes, the department would look to seek another line of enforcement. But I am ascertaining to the board to grant 30 days to make a permit application.
Okay, 30 days from today, right, Tom?
30 days from today, yes.
Okay.
And Matt,
Sean, you good with that?
Can Matthew
Yes,
respond to that? Because I've seen projects where the plans examiners just close it out and reject everything if things aren't submitted in a certain time frame. If we're talking since June 21st, I just don't want to see this get thrown out on them. Can some note be put in the file?
Well, the permit application is still in draft status, so it hasn't moved to one of the examiners yet. Once it would get to the examiner, that's when it would go as a full submittal in with the department, and then that's when the clock would be ticking, and that's what I'm looking for to happen within the 30 days.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody's good with it?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
well, I don't. That's fine. I mean, I'll talk to the engineer just to let them know that they got to get moving, get the ball rolling. It's my first time going through this, so we're not sure the actual procedures, but I'll call them. I'll give them a call right now.
Okay. They should know, the engineers, what they have to do.
Okay.
And so anything else, Tom?
Department rests.
Okay. All right. Good luck, Sean.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of
All
your
right,
day.
pal. Talk to you.
Mr. Mitchell? Okay, very good. Hi. You're on mute.
Right, Wayne, you want to go right into the next case?
Yes,
Yeah, let's go on to the next case, means we're here.
Okay, he's
Okay.
here.
Okay,
Mr. Mitchell's here, so.
Mr. Mitchell, okay. All right, okay, let's get started. My name's Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted Agus, board member.
Ryan McSherry, Board Counsel.
I'm Matthew Ojic, LNI Supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Philip Motto, Boards Administration.
Thomas Radikowski, City of Philadelphia, License and Inspections.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell, you're the only one going to be testifying in this case?
Yes.
Okay, could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Tom, you're going to be testifying in this case. Could you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Phil, put that into the record.
This is case number 3 on today's list, MI 2023-003-876, for for the property located at 2618 North Corliss Street, Corlies. The appellant is Mr. Rashid Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell's present in the room today.
Okay. Tom, do you want to tell us a little bit about this case?
So what we have is we have the property at 2618 North Carlisle Street as being declared eminently dangerous by the department. Notice of violation was sent out to the property owner dated June 14th of 2023 following an inspection that took place on or around June 13th of 2023. The department is in possession of a engineering report. The engineer's report is dated on or around July 7th of 2023. The department became aware of this report on July 11th, when my understanding is Mr. Mitchell dropped that documentation off to a representative from the appeals board unit, and then it was uploaded to the Eclipse database for the case record. In the interest of time, I will share my screen and show photographs that were taken of the property, and then share the statements of the engineering report. But I'll share my screen now.
Okay, what did the engineering report say?
Well, I'll get to that in 1 second.
Okay.
So here's a photograph of the front of the property for the ID posting. It's a little blurred, but it does show the posting of the front of the property, and that's a photograph of the front of the property with the posting on the front plywood that would be affixed to where the front window would be. This is the area of concern, or one of the area of concern, in that the rear of the property, you have an opening in the rear exterior wall where a lentil looks to be in the process of being replaced, but you have an opening above that. And then you also have an opening in the exterior wall on the breezeway above in that masonry wall. And that's another illustration of the back of the property. This is a photograph taken of the rear bay showing that the roof, there is an issue with the roof assembly of the property. This is the engineer's report that was provided to the department. The engineering report is dated July 7th, 2023. The engineering report was conducted by Alex Rong and Victor Rong of AR Engineering, inspected the two-story building at 2618 North Carlisle Street on June 28th of 2023. It gives a series of 8 different bullet points that they would like to be addressed, but in the description, the sentence above the 8 bullet points: during the time of inspection, the interior of the building was inaccessible. At the exterior, we noted the following deficiencies. The property, you can see from the rear of the property that there is an issue with the main roof. Bullet point 8 shows the roofing of the building is noted to be missing. See photo number 10. It is recommended that the roofing be replaced and installed. The engineer be repaired, installed. The engineer himself states in the document that they never made entry into the property. So we do not know the extent of the repairs of this property. The property has been deemed eminently dangerous. It is a 2-story row home in the middle of the block. It does pose a threat to any of the public, poses a threat to any occupant, poses a threat, a public risk. With that said, we would be looking for a updated engineering report for the interior conditions and the exterior conditions of the property, and also plans for the repair in that this property was deemed eminently dangerous. We are looking for a permit to be under review and where it's submitted and under review in the department's hands within 30 days.
Okay, Tom, I have a question for you. Being you did there was a visual inspection by the engineering group from the outside. Would that suffice, or would they have to have another one after they got inside?
There would
For
have
the
to be
outside.
another one because the violation itself, and I'll go to the violation. The violation notice indicates that, and in the interest of concern, it's the entire property has been deemed eminently dangerous. Then the next violation asks for an engineer to survey the entirety of or design professional to survey the entirety of the property. So that would mean interior and exterior. And it is specifically the inspector asks for the exterior walls to be addressed and then asks for the interior to be addressed and the roof assemblies. So we would need a very specific detail on all the structural members of the property.
Are you done, Tom?
With that, the department rests, like I said, we would ask
Okay.
for a permit to be under review within 30 days.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
You're part of the hearing?
This is my first time going through this. I've never been through this before. So when the inspector had sent out the letter stating that it was imminently dangerous, I just tried to hurry up and follow the rules, and I went with the steps that he gave me to get a structural engineer out there, and I got the structural engineer report. And in the report, the structural engineer says that it's not imminently dangerous. So I don't know, like, what do I do? I have to get him to come out again and do the interior. Is he saying that?
From what the inspector said, that they were going to require the interior and the exterior again to an engineer's report, and then that's where you got to start there.
I have to start there.
Yes.
So Mr. Mitchell, so your report basically says the engineer did a exterior analysis of the building, but makes reference that he didn't access the interior of the property. We can see from the photographs that the roof has been open. 9 times out of 10, when the roof is open, it allows weather to penetrate into the property, which facilitates additional structural damage to the property, specifically the flooring assemblies and the structural support of those assemblies. We need to make sure that those assemblies are still intact, because if they're not, then we have the possibility of the exterior walls becoming freestanding walls. Once they become freestanding walls, the likelihood that those walls could fall over and they could impact the adjoining properties is of a higher percentage. So that's where we're erring on the side of caution and asking for an interior and exterior evaluation of the property.
Yeah. So Tom, you're saying that basically the assumption that he made, or that it was not imminently dangerous, is really on hold. I mean, it's until they look at the interior, you really can't draw that conclusion. So, but yeah, when they go back, hopefully what needs to be done will be relatively straightforward. But whatever it is, Tom, at that point, they would need to apply for a permit, make safe permit, in order to do whatever is indicated in that new report.
Yes. So let's say the front door got opened and all the structural members were in the basement. So if all the structural members are in the basement, then you're looking at more than 2/3 of the structural members needing to be replaced, and a portion of the building envelope, because the roof itself shows signs of deterioration. So you would be looking at demolition, new construction. That doesn't mean you have to take the entire property down, but you do have to engage the services of a demolition contractor and have them brace the remaining portions of the building that are going to remain and follow all the terms of a demolition, and then meet the requirements for new construction. Now, if the roof hasn't been open to the weather that long and the structural members are still able to support nominal weight loads, then you could apply for a make safe permit. And then they would follow the terms of what that design professional, the means and method that they came up with on repairing the property in accordance. The property must be made safe and must be weather tight at the end of the day.
Mr. Mitchell, do you have any questions on any of that? I know you're getting your engineer out there and he will know all that stuff, but.
Tom,
Right.
the report isn't very specific with, it says install a lintel, but it's not specific about the size of the lintel, where it should be. Is the city also gonna require a drawing?
In this case, the property was deemed eminently dangerous. It depends on how detailed that report is. If it's
Okay.
just calling for a lentil, then, it would be up to the scope. Now, if it comes back with a lot of structural repair that needs to be done, and sistering of the joists or whatever the means and method would be, then yes, plans would be required.
Okay,
Also, have we
Mr.
established
Mitchell?
ownership? Because on city records, Mr. Mitchell is not listed as the owner. Was this a family inheritance or?
No, I bought that off of share sale. I don't know why
Okay.
I'm not listed as the owner. I'm
Okay.
listed as the owner when I go and pay the taxes on it.
All right, it's just not updated yet.
you're the owner. You're paying taxes.
Right.
You get the another engineering report, and how long does he have to get the permit after that? Or the decision, Tom?
So as long as the permit's in review and doesn't get canceled or doesn't get abandoned for lack of response or any of that nature, then as long as they meet the terms of the permit, then we wouldn't act.
Okay,
But if there wasn't anything in the system, nothing uploaded, then yes, the city could potentially be doing a demolition within after the next 30 days.
okay, so, all right, so, Mr. Mitchell, can you have that engineer do that report within 30 days?
Yes, I'm gonna try. I have to see his schedule, because he took about 2 weeks to do this one. So I have to, call him. I'll call him. I'll contact him today and let him know that I need the interior report also as well as the exterior.
Right, correct. And if in the meantime, there's any issues with getting the engineer at all, Tom, can he get in touch with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, does he have your,
So I have 30. Can I have more than 30 days, or is 30 days the limit?
I'd be willing to extend it an extra 15 and petition the board for 45 days.
okay,
Okay.
fine. All right, Mr. Mitchell?
Thank you.
All right, pal. If anything you need, you can contact Tommy. I'm sure the phone number's on the issue you got.
Mr. Mitchell, I'll
Okay.
give you my email address. You can see the name on the bottom of the screen, but it's Thomas, Thomas.
1 second.
Uh-huh.
You write this down.
Mhm.
Okay, what is it?
Thomas, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Dot Rybakowski, Rybakowski
Mm-hmm.
at phila.gov. Phila.gov, yes, phila.gov, G-O-V.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you a lot.
No
Okay,
problem.
Mr.
Thank you.
Mitchell, thanks a lot and good luck.
Okay, thanks a lot. Y'all have a good
Okay,
enjoy your
guys.
day.
All right, you too.
All right.
James Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ed Agus, board member.
John Dimes, Fire Code.
Brian McSherry, Board Counsel.
Matthew Wojcik, LNI Supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Philip Motto, Boards Administration.
Okay, I'm gonna swear everybody testifying today individually. And we'll start with Matron. Please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do. Martin
Okay,
Schleswig.
the next one is Michelle. Is Michelle here?
Hi, yes, that's me.
Hi, Michelle. Please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
I swear. Sorry, I want to make sure it was on video.
If there's any lawyers, tell me. You don't have to swear in. You guys always tell the truth. Okay. Let me see. Anthony, you here?
Yes, sir. I swear.
You're a lawyer? Can you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth? Go in.
I do.
Okay, good. Who else is here? Eric?
Hi.
Eric, raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, good. Is there anyone else from the company?
Yes, sir. Daniel Lucier
Oh,
is
okay.
our client's rep, our owner representative.
Okay, please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, good deal. All right. Phil, put it into the record.
So this is case number 4 on today's list, MI 2023-003-822 for the property located at 119 South 31st Street. The appellant is DWD Mechanical. Is there a representative of DWD Mechanical or the property here in the room?
No, they are not, but if you notice, the appellant is DWD Mechanical representing as an agent to the owner Landmark Properties, or actually the Standard of Philadelphia LLC. And Dan Lucier is a representative of that company.
Mr. Miller,
Okay,
the
that's
owner's
good enough for
representative.
me. All right, let's get started. Who wants to present the case? Go ahead.
Anthony, are you queued up?
Yes, sir. I'm going to present my screen if that's okay. I'm just
Go
going to
ahead,
present the
Anthony.
letter.
That's fine. That's fine.
Great.
Excuse me, this is the court reporter. Could I have Anthony's last name, please?
It's Russo, R-U-S-S-O.
Thank you.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, very common. Yeah, let me just find the right screen here. Yeah, I'm with AKF Engineers.
Okay. We have the screen. It's on the screen, whatever you're putting up there.
Great. So what we want to present today is a variation to our post-fire event smoke removal strategy. What we have submitted in the township currently is using a cold smoke purge fan on the roof in combination with our ERV, our energy recovery system, to both make up and then exhaust the air during a post-fire event. This is obviously on a floor-by-floor basis. What we ran into is some constructability issues with shaft sizing as time went on, and we wanted to see if we'd be able to apply for a variance, in which case we would be able to use the cold smoke purge fan system through the stairwell to use the stair system to evacuate the smoke. So I will, on the next following pages, I will show you kind of a schematic design of what we're proposing here. So again, I'll just read through this. It's currently submitted. AKF's design uses the energy recovery ventilator system to act as the smoke removal path during the post-fire smoke condition. It's accomplished by connecting the 2 fans into the ERV risers and then activating a control sequence, which will open and close a series of fire smoke dampers during a post-fire condition. Due to constructability concerns with the current arrangement, AKF would like to modify the design to allow cold smoke purge 1 and 2 to connect into stair pressurization fan SPF 3 ductwork serving stair tower 3. The new strategy will start with the opening of the doors to stairwell 1 and 3, which are normally sealed due to the use for stair pressurization on the floor which had the event. Stair pressurization fan 3 will de-energize and the associated fire smoke damper will close. Cold smoke purge fan 1 and 2 will energize. Their associated fire smoke dampers will open and the fans will begin to exhaust air from the designated floor.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Throughout this period.
Excuse me, this is the court reporter. Could I please ask you to slow down a little?
Oh, apologies. Just let me find my place here. I'll restart that paragraph. The new strategy, which will start with the opening of the doors to stairwell 1 and 3, which are normally sealed to their use for stair pressurization on the floor, which had the event. Stair pressurization fan 3 will de-energize and the associated fire smoke damper will close. Cold smoke purge fan 1 and cold smoke purge fan 2 will energize. The associated fire smoke dampers will open and the fans will begin to exhaust air from the designated floor. Throughout this period, the fans serving stairwell 1, SPF 1, will continue to run in order to provide makeup air. This plan will apply to floors 1 through 17. For the ground floor west, natural ventilation will be provided. In a post-fire event on the ground floor, the fire department will open all egress doors. We understand that sections 909 and 1023 of the 2018 IBC indicate interior stairs and exit ramps, as well as smoke-proof enclosures shall not be utilized for any other purpose. This post-fire event smoke purge scheme proposed assumes that the building has been fully evacuated, and therefore the intended purpose per the building code would be temporarily altered to provide smoke removal. So we're again respectfully requesting this variance. So as we go through the floor plans, this is the first floor area here where we're requesting natural ventilation. As you can see here, the code does allow the option for natural ventilation as long as there are doors that are accessible into the space. As you can see here, we do have a series of openings. There are 1, 2, 3 double doors, as well as a single door opening to the elevator lobby. Those doors would be opened up during a post-fire event that would happen on the first floor. Those doors would be open to allow for the smoke to be pushed out and removed from the space here. As we come up to the second floor and all the floors above, second 2 through 17, what we would like to do is we would have this stair pressure. So let me start by showing you where the scheme is. So this is half of the floor plan, and then the other half is down below. So the match line is in the middle here. This stair pressurization fan, SPF 1, during a smoke purge event, again, just want to reiterate that the building would be fully emptied at this point. This fan would then energize to provide makeup air into the space. The door on the respective floor would be opened up, and then these fans over here, which are connected to stair tower 3.
Yeah. And
we're not using
Anthony,
the
may
stair
I stop
pressurization
you?
fan here.
Thank you. Yeah, the cold smoke purge 1 and 2, the red fans that were added to that upper side of the duct is what he's referring to.
Correct. Yeah, these 2 fans here.
Thank you.
We would relocate these fans, tie these fans into the existing ductwork for stair pressurization fan 3. Stair pressurization fan 3 would shut off. Fire smoke damper to that fan would close. These 2 fire smoke dampers connected to the cold smoke purge fans would open up. And then we would use this ductwork system, which is within stair tower 3, to provide the exhaust for the specific floor. So again, the sequence would be the fire happens, the fire has been extinguished by the firefighters. Firefighters are now just looking to remove the smoke from the floor. They would come up to the respective floor. The smoke, the stair pressurization system would be shut off. The doors to the respective floor would be opened up, and then stair pressurization, stair tower 1 with cold smoke, with stair pressurization fan 1 would be supplying air as makeup, and then cold smoke purge fan 1 and cold smoke purge fan 2 would be energized to remove the smoke from, again, that respective floor. That's the overall intent of this system that we're asking.
I also just wanted to mention that this is a building that is fully evacuated at that point. There are no occupants inside here besides the fire department in this instance. This is a post-fire event. So these stairs are not being used for life safety at that point in time.
Thank you, Eric. That's exactly key point.
I didn't know the building would be fully evacuated.
Because the event of a cold smoke purge is it's cold smoke, so the event is already over at that point. So the building needs to be evacuated.
Okay.
And do the
And if it
firemen
wasn't,
trigger
what would
this?
happen to somebody in there?
Yes, this system is initiated from the fire command center at the
Okay.
direction and in coordination by the firemen who are
Okay.
responding to the emergency.
And this sounds like a
Correct.
new
So
system. So how do they know to do this?
There's a fire command center on the ground floor.
Right.
And there's a sequence of operations for emergencies, including this.
Correct.
So is this done on a floor by floor basis?
The fan
Yeah, so
system,
if there was a fire just,
go ahead, Eric.
yeah, I was gonna say, if there was a fire just on floor 7 per se, you could just open the stair doors on 7 to evacuate smoke on that one floor. If it was more than one floor, you could treat it that way. You can go floor by floor by opening the stair doors and treating it that way.
Oh, you would do that manually?
Correct.
That would be done manually by going to the floors and opening them up?
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Yes.
where the event took place.
Okay, okay.
And it's important to note that the overall function of the system is not changing from what the original design intent is. The original design intent is to be able to evacuate smoke from an individual floor as required by code. We're just requesting the change on how we're actually doing that and using the stair towers as an option for smoke evacuation.
How would it normally be done?
The original system design was to, again, use the energy recovery ventilators system to provide makeup air. So instead of using stair pressurization fan 1 to provide the makeup air, we were going to use our energy recovery system to provide makeup air, because that's providing outside air to every floor right now. And then we have these cold smoke purge fans. They were just in different locations, and those were also providing the exhaust. So we're still, the system overall, if you stand from a 5,000 foot view, the system is operating the same. We're just relocating components and using the stair towers as exhaust and supply.
And really, the only change is to stair tower 3, which is being utilized for as the exhaust pathway. Is stair 1 is still maintaining pressurization and providing the makeup air or fresh air onto the floor to replace the smoke.
What's the advantage of this over what would normally be done?
The original scheme, the risers that were intended to be used were undersized, were not sized, and the architecture within the building and actually the structure itself, because we're a post-tension structure, didn't allow itself to be modified, because those openings on the lower 9 floors wouldn't accommodate the larger duct. So it was a significant major, I mean, would be the post-tension cables surround each of those openings, and then to broaden those to make them larger would have been a major redesign under the structure and architecturally, if everyone concurs with that on my side.
Right, and I know this. Go ahead, Eric.
Go ahead, Anthony.
So I know this may not have much merit here, but in New York City, we actually do this quite often, where we do use the stair towers as a cold smoke post-fire event system.
Yeah, it is allowable in other jurisdictions, so it's not a brand new precedent. The other thing I wanted to note, Merton, is this also was reviewed on site with the
actually,
the whole project team and the fire marshal, correct?
Yeah, Lieutenant Dimes is on the call. Thank you. And we had reviewed it as being a feasible option to make sure it would satisfy or meet the intent of what the fire department would be comfortable with.
Real quick, this is Lieutenant Dimes. I remember the discussion, and you want to choose your words carefully there, because we don't approve stuff. And
Thank you. You're absolutely right.
So it wasn't like I said you'd probably need a variance and it would be up to the board.
Right.
But I did mention from a practical standpoint that I've been in high-rise fires and buildings, and most of the city still doesn't have stairway pressurization, smoke evacuation, a lot of the modern day systems. And to accomplish horizontal and vertical ventilation, there are times we prop open the doors, open the roof hatch, get some fans from the ladder, and we do it ourselves. I mean, just ways to get the smoke out of there. So that are my basis of the discussion at that point was that ladder companies will purge the smoke out any way they can. Again, rather open up other apartment doors, opening up those windows, opening up the stair towers when the building's evacuated, trying to get it through the roof hatch and whatever opening with again, with fans that we do. So, in that particular case, what I see in this particular case, it's obviously up to the board, but it's something that we've done in buildings again ourselves. But like I say, the key is life safety and having the building completely evacuated and a post-fire event. It would be imperative, right? You don't want to start purging smoke up fire towers, stair towers, which is supposed to be the way to get out of the building. Then somebody else opening up doors and going on to other floors and things like that. So there are things that would have to definitely have happened. But yeah, that we have done it. We do it as a fire department still to get smoke out of buildings.
It seems to me that we have no alternative because the structure of the slabs with the tension rods in there, we cut them out, we got a problem. So, but this works just as well, so, yeah. Okay. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know about the other board members.
I'm okay with it.
Better than breaking all the windows.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
That's what we were trying to prevent.
We're good with it.
Glass coming down 12 stories.
17.
Yeah, yeah. So we're good with it.
All right.
Anything else?
No, sir, I think that's good. So the process is you all notify you exchange information with L&I and then they modify their refusal. Is that what, as I understand, or? So am I correct in that? How does that get acknowledged?
The board makes a recommendation to the commissioner and the commissioner approves or disapproves it.
Okay,
And then it goes to you guys and the plans examiner.
all right. Thank you.
Mr. Miller, you're on mute.
Sure, a lot of people like me to be on mute, but okay, good luck, guys.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your time.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, members of the board.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a nice day.
You too, thank you. Wayne, I think the people for Pine Street are here in the waiting room in the room as well.
Give me just a second, okay?
Okay,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Do you want to stop everything for a minute? We have the next case, 1016 Pine.
Okay,
Um,
is everyone ready for that?
Yes.
Is the appellants in?
Yes,
Is it just
Okay.
you or someone with you? Because I have another name in here.
yeah, it's me and Yotam Ram from Philly House Services. Yeah,
Okay, it says Ream.
he's the contractor on the job.
Okay, so he'll just have to
And-
state his name for the record.
My name is,
No, not yet. When the board,
sorry,
I'm just
Okay,
saying the
well-
contractor.
Okay, can you tell me how many people are with you?
one
Just you?
additional person.
Okay, and what's
One
her
additional
name?
person. My name is Hale Boucherian,
Okay,
HALEEBOUCHEHERIAN.
got it. And who else is the other person with you?
Yes. It's
What's her
Yotam.
name?
His name is Yotam Ram.
Your
Hi,
time?
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay, your time. Just want to get your names, we gotta swear you guys in. Okay, let's get started.
Excuse me, I need the name of the spelling of Mr. Ream, please.
Yotam, Yotam. Last name REEM.
Thank you.
Okay? Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
May I
My
share
name is
my,
Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ed Agus, board member.
John Dimes, Fire Code.
Brad McSherry, Board Counsel.
I'm Matthew Wojcik, L&I Supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Philip Motto, Boards Administration.
Okay, I'll be swearing the people that are gonna testify in this case individually, and please, I'll just say, Holly, could you please raise your hand? Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay, Mr. Ring, could you raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Phil, could you put that in the record?
Yes, sir. This is case 5 on today's list, MI 2023-001-290 for the property located at 1016 Pine Street. The appellant is Haley Busharian.
Okay, whoever's gonna present the case, please do.
yes. I will present the case and I will share my screen.
That's fine.
1 second here, yeah. Okay. So we had gotten a refusal for this multi-residential renovation on 1016 Pine Street because of an egress issue. We had initially floor layout. This is a 4-story with a basement, first floor commercial space, second floor 1 apartment, and then the 3rd floor is another apartment that is connected to the attic. We had also proposed an addition on the 3rd floor. Let me show you on the 3rd floor in the back, which we had initially in our first plans as a bedroom. However, the plan is such that the back doesn't have an alley to a public way. It's landlocked, and we didn't have a means of egress from the bedroom. So we came to the board and presented the situation. And one suggestion was that we move the bedroom to the front of the floor plan and the kitchen to the back. So we have done that consistently on both of the living floors. Level number 2 has now the kitchen in the back, the bedroom in the front. The life safety calculations remain the same. They're all within the 75 feet of egress. But you have a direct way from the bedroom for an escape window, either through the window and then the regular egress calculations. Because any egress through the windows or even a ladder in the back would not satisfy the requirement to get to a public way. The basement has a Bilco hatch, so that would be the emergency egress out of there. And that's given the vernacular of this building type, this is, I think, the solution that was suggested and that we would like to present today.
And what happens on the 4th floor? Is that just
Oh
one?
yeah, the 4th floor is existing attic space for storage. It's accessory to the unit on the 3rd floor.
Okay, great. This appears to address the concerns, right? John, any issues?
No, I don't have any issues.
I think this is what was suggested, right?
Correct, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I think, thanks for brainstorming with us last time. I think that's agreeable solution.
Amy, Ted, anybody have any questions with it?
Yeah, I just want to double check with Ellen and I that a 4th floor, even though it's not a sleeping room, doesn't need a second means of egress.
Well, it wouldn't need the emergency escape and rescue opening because they're only needed below the 4th-story above grade plane. But as far as like, does that 4th-story attic, whatever, need a second exit? The only thing would be if it's exclusively accessible from that 3rd-story unit, then the travel distance would just need to go from, then it would just be a limit on travel distance really from the remote point of that 4th-story to the unit entry of the dwelling unit at the 3rd floor.
Okay, and that's been verified that it meets the travel distance.
I mean, I didn't review it. I don't know if it would comply with that.
Well, the architect has said it does.
No.
Okay. So are we good with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Okay, guys.
Well, for the court reporter, along with the client.
Yep.
Who left?
Okay, we'll go through the process. Okay, I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ed August, board member.
John Dimes, Fire Code.
Brian McSherry, board counsel.
I'm Matthew Wojcik, Illinois supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, boards administration.
Philip Motto, Boards Administration.
Okay, I'm going to swear everybody in individually who's going to testify in the case. We'll start with you, Jerry. Raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, is that Zach? Zach, please
I
raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
do.
Okay, and who's the other person? Is it?
Yehoshia Sturm.
Okay, Shia?
Yes.
Okay, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, put that into the record.
Yes, sir. This is case number 6 on today's list, MI 2023-003-285 for the property located at 150 South Independence Mall West. The appellant is Jerry K. Roller. Mr. Roller is present in the room today.
Okay, whoever's going to present the case, go ahead.
Okay. Let me pull up a drawing if I may.
Certainly.
The public ledger building, if you're not familiar, is it's a J-shaped building. This is the Chestnut Street Tower. The building was subdivided into two different, more than two, but essentially two different condo units. So the building that faces 6th Street is one condo. It goes up 6th and back along Sampson, and our client, Shia Sturm Baycrest Management, owns the piece of the building that runs along Chestnut Street. So that's what we're looking at here. There's a 3-hour separation that runs on the left-hand side between the two buildings that was built as part of the condo. So this is essentially a separate building. The building was built in 27. It's a Horace Trumbauer design. It is currently ground floor retail. There's a Wawa on the 1st floor on one side and office. The Philadelphia Center City District has their offices there. And in the middle is an access point which goes to the elevators that you see at the center. The elevators have stairs on either side. Those are the exit stairs for the building. The intent that we're looking at is to convert the building from office use, which is it's currently occupied, to residential use. There seems to be less desire for office space, particularly on the east side of Broad Street. And they're finding that there's large vacancies and subsequently have asked us to work on the conversion, which is what we've done. And what you see is a typical floor of the conversion. We've run through this under the Chapter 13 of IEBC, passes for everything except the remoteness of the two stairs. These are the two stairs that exist. This is a condition that exists. The building is type 1A construction. It's concrete encased steel all the way up. It's fully sprinklered. And we're here to see if we can provide an alternative to adding a whole stair tower and trying to cut through this building by creating a horizontal separation that you can see in the red. So this would go 2 hours all the way through from floor 2 to the roof, and it would have a double egress door in the corridor separating that. And that's what we're here to see you folks. We didn't go through a preliminary review. There were no other issues found other than this. And that's why we're here.
Barry, on the ground floor, do both of those stairs dump into a lobby that then goes out one?
No, they both go out the back.
Oh, they both out the back.
They both exit separately out the back of the building too. There's a driveway there that exits to 7th Street. It's open.
Okay, but they also lead to the lobby that leads to Chestnut, I assume, or?
Yes, they also do connect to the lobby. If we need a first floor, we can probably find it, but yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, they're fully masonry, some of the most gorgeous stair tower exit towers you'll ever see. The floors are marble, the walls are marble wainscot. They're really quite nice.
So were there any dead end corridor issues with the,
There is a dead end corridor, but we ran the chapter 34 and chapter 13 analysis, and we passed that. I'm sorry?
Somebody say something?
I think it was background noise.
Okay.
I thought there was a question there. Yeah. So it passes everything. If we can use chapter 13, in order to use chapter 13, we have the issue of the remoteness. We have everything else. We have the number of stairs, capacity, everything else complies with the requirements for chapter 13, with the exception of the remoteness.
So did you say these let you into, I'm sorry, is this another, or the plan, is this along 6th Street or is this along?
This is along Chestnut.
Okay.
This is Chestnut, and on the right side is 7th.
So I'm looking at Google Maps and you come out into a courtyard, but it looks like you'd have to run back into another building to get out?
No, that courtyard exits, there's a passageway underneath that part of the building. If you look if you look on the 7th Street view, you can see that's a driveway entrance, and that's open.
Okay, on 7th Street, okay.
On 7th, so that's how you would exit. There is also a similar driveway entrance onto Sampson.
But to
And
Amy,
that courtyard exits both to Sansom and to 7th.
Okay, I see it. And what's so those roll down doors are always open?
There's those roll down doors are never closed, at least on the 7th Street side.
and to Amy's point, though, I mean, you would be exiting under another building as opposed to open to the sky. Is that correct?
Well, you're exiting out, it's an outdoor space.
Right, but to get to a street.
To get to a street, you need to exit, you need to come through the covered area. Do we have a first floor? Can we pull up a first floor plan, Zach? Give us a minute. We'll get a first floor plan. It's easier than trying to walk you through it.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, just correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, that would be a refusal item as well to have to
Re-enter the building.
I think this is where you'd come out.
No,
on
we're not
7th Street.
re-entering the building. No, there's no let me get you this first floor. I mean, we did send this through on preliminary review. Yeah.
Jerry, we're not saying re-entering the building. It's a technicality. It's you're.
They,
you're
all the
re-entering the
alleyways in
building by-
Philadelphia where you run out from a backyard through an alley, you're running under the building technically. Like this is the same situation, because here you're under the building to get out here.
Well, again, we submitted this for preliminary review. Happy to come back to you or if that needs, I mean, that's the existing condition. That's been that way since the building was built. Both buildings exit into, they do access the lobby, but they also access, pull that up again.
And just check if that's one of the sections
take it
that
back.
has to be complied with.
I misspoke. One of those stairs exits through the lobby, the other exits through the back. You could see this is the two stairs.
Yeah.
So the one exits through the lobby, the other one exits out the back and the lobby. And that back area is open and that is the current plan for the building.
Right, understood. I'm only raising it, it's a technical thing. It's something we encounter all the time, so don't be alarmed.
I'm not alarmed. Look, we just want to get, you know, we want, obviously, it's a very handsome building. We're not doing anything substantial to it, and we want to use the building as it is. And like I say, it's currently occupied and everything else. This is the condition that we have, and we'd like to keep that condition. And what we're suggesting is if we add a horizontal separation on all the residential floors, that be the mitigation for allowing us to use the remoteness as it is.
Yeah, I mean, just since you have this plan up, I mean, at that portico share, essentially, you know, typically what we would ask for is a rated enclosure, both the walls on either side and the ceiling above it, which are probably fine. The openings there, we would probably just want a sprinkler head at, any of the openings, on that side there, but,
That is all masonry. I mean, the exterior of the base building is brick. The other side is brick. The ceiling is plaster, and the floor construction is all concrete encased steel. And there's a plaster ceiling in that porte cochere as well.
Are there any windows into that porte cochere? I can't really tell from Google.
This plan, well, here you can see the
shows two.
It shows two.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if they're open. That I would have to check.
Well, if they would, like I say, we would at least want a sprinkler head.
No problem with the sprinkler. Like I say, the whole building is sprinklered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess going back upstairs, I mean, John, you should probably weigh in on this. And
I mean, I don't know if there's any other solution in the building. I mean, you're gonna core drill through the whole stories to do the stair tower at the end, but remoteness of exits are there, it's in the code for a reason, right? You have an event, fire, smoke, or other. You just don't want all your exits at one spot. You want to go to different spots. So I'm stating the obvious, but I mean, I can't think of a solution. I think you guys come across this before, and what you're proposing is the solution that I remember, but yeah.
Yep.
This way, at least you've got a separation between the two sides. So if there's something on one side, it doesn't contaminate the other.
So those doors are on hold opens, and basically in the event of a fire that
they close.
Yeah.
Does it make any sense to have another set of doors closer to that other stair tower as well? To kind of keep the elevator tower separate?
To run another set on the opposite side?
Yes.
We could do that.
John Dimes, does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, that would work.
You still have, I mean, you don't have a classic elevator vestibule because you've got units that open off of that. And that whole area is all marble and marble floors, and I'm reluctant to start mucking with that elevator lobby.
Will this be condos or apartments?
Apartments.
Okay.
Seems like it's mostly 1 bedroom with a couple 2 bedrooms.
Yes, that's essentially what it is. It lays out pretty nicely. It's I mean, the buildings, these are pretty decent sized units. They're 650, I think. So I mean, it should be a nice accommodation. I think Washington Square seems to be getting a lot of maybe slightly older population. And this is certainly an attractive location for somebody who wants a little bit bigger unit.
Yep.
A lot cleaner Washington Square than 18th and whatever that other park is down there. That place is a dump. Washington Square is nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody have a problem with this? Ed, Aim?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I-
comfortable.
Okay, I'm
I'm
fine with it.
comfortable, I
Okay.
think, with that extra set of doors.
Okay, we'll add the extra set of doors, and if you would include whatever you need to include for that exit, so we don't have to visit you again,
Okay.
Okay,
that would be
All
very
right.
helpful.
no problem. All right, good luck.
Thank you, folks. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
hurrying back.
Good.
Thanks. Bye.